Good morning, Stanton. How is everyone today? We are waking back up in our habs. We are naked. What's this? Ooh, a mining gadget that I can't pick up. Hello? Okay, so two things. One, I'm not wearing any armor, undersuit, anything. Two, there is this Bormax mining gadget, which I can't interact with, which was in the habs. It'll be interesting when we have the ability. We won't have our own habs at a station like this, I don't believe, but we may have in cities our own habs to start out with. It'll be nice to be able to interact with them a bit more, maybe decorate them and make them our own. That would be kind of cool, and leave things stored that we can always pick up later, but this was definitely an issue. Alright, where is all my gear? First, let's check my money. Still 105,000. Pretty good. Let's see if there's any undersuits here. There is a couple undersuits. I don't know what happened to my red undersuit. Red undersuit, red helmet. Also, the rucksack core. I had two of them that I had bought. I only have one, but I have two backpacks. Is it possible that it would be in my Aurora? Let's use knickknacks for something I've never used it before. So Hurston, open. Everest Harbor, open. Aurora, MR, open. Nothing in there. This is odd. You remember my last video started out with a couple errors, and now we're on to this one being like, why did I wake up without any clothing on? Well, I mean, the good news is that I was actually going to go buy a new undersuit. Let's use this one. The annoying thing is that, you know, I had to go scrounge for that suit, and I like the red one, and I like the red helmet, and now it's missing. So it's really confusing what happened to the gear I was wearing. Why is it gone? Why is it not here? If anyone has any ideas, let me know, because the last place I was at the admin on this station, selling. That's a really fast elevator. Selling the goods I had. Not only that, I realized I might have transferred some to local inventory. And if I did, I don't think I sold those. So we are going to go to the Galleria, go to the admin, and see if I do have... I could just use knickknacks again, but I would rather just go there and see if I can sell a little more that I had mined during our hand mining in caves. If I made a little more money, I'm going to be less annoyed that I've lost an undersuit, so I can go buy more gear. At least there's a door this time. Perfect. Let's check. Select location. Sell. Select location. Everest Harbor. Yeah, so I had more stuff to sell. Off-right. Another 6.7 grand. Got it. Got it. Dolavine. Another 5.3 thousand. Got it. Got it. And Hadnite. Another 3.8 thousand. Got it. I had totally neglected the fact that I'd put that in local inventory while I was transferring goods and flying around. So I actually ended up with 121,000. Is that what it said? 121,314. So today we're going to make even more money. We're going to spend money and make money. We are going to go do some rock mining. This definitely is enough money to start rock mining. There's a few things I got to purchase. There's a few things I got to rent. For the most part, the only thing I really have to purchase is a new undersuit. I'm going to get a Pembroke suit because it's heat resistance. So the Pembroke suit and the Pembroke helmet. I could purchase a ROC, and maybe by the end of the day I may do that. I may purchase the ROC because it's only about 174,000. I can't purchase it yet, but fairly soon. Something has gone on here. Alright. And then I'm going to not purchase a Cutlass Black because it's still way out of my price range right now. But I can rent one for 24 hours, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go rent a Cutlass Black, rent a ROC, buy Pembroke at Faithful Dream, and then I'm going to return back to Hurston, and we're going to go to Aberdeen, which is my favorite place to do rock mining if you're looking for Hadnite. Hangar 2? Chose? Yes, Hangar 2. So you don't need to see me get in my ship and fly over to Faithful Dream. I will just do that, and then on the refining deck, I will show you where to get the gear and what you need to get. Before I leave, I'm going to put some food and water into this ship and bring it over to Faithful Dream, and then from there transfer it to the Cutlass, so that if I start getting hungry or thirsty while rock mining, I'll be able to eat or drink in the ship, assuming that it's not bugged out. Sometimes the animation doesn't work, sometimes you're not actually able to eat or drink unless you're in a space station. Someone just locked radar on me. Interesting. Well, hopefully I'm not going to have any attacks. Oh, it's gone. There are a few ships around, flying around. You can see, if you look down here, you can see they're slightly ahead of me and slightly a higher elevation. They're up there somewhere. Actually, you can see them now flying around there. I'm not going to target them. I'm not really that concerned. I'm just going to fly up. I could scan though with V. How we doing? Doors. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Scanning. Blood Tide Gaming. Hello. Were you the one that scanned me? What are you flying? What is this?
Thank you. And please visit again.
Oh, I can't. Oh, it's a Gladius. Okay. Is that what that was? Looks like it. I can't really... Yeah, it's Gladius. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Faithful Dream. We're going to pick up the gear that we need in order to do some mining. Rock mining. We're not quite at prospector level yet. And I haven't, I don't think in any series, ever mined with a mole. I've only got maybe 2 mining runs total ever with a mole, but maybe we'll work up to a mole and try doing that to get some of the bigger rocks and being able to bring bigger hauls over. But as a solo player, I find prospector quite adequate and mole potentially a little bit finicky, but the bigger lasers do help out with bigger rocks, so maybe it's something I'll look into. In Faithful Dream, in the refinery deck, ready to purchase and rent what we need. We don't need any of this. We don't need any of these mining heads. We don't need the modules. We're not going to worry about that, but we do need some Pembroke Armor. We have that there, and the helmet, which I don't see there, so hopefully these kiosks work. Yes. So let's go with armor undersuits. We need that first. We're going to choose a destination. We'll just leave it in the Faithful Dream because we don't have a ship yet. Quick buy, 10,330 UEC. Now we're going to go for armor. I'm going to find the Pembroke helmet for another 5,050. Quick buy that. And now we should have both of those items in the local inventory. Perfect. That's what we need. We're going to wear these 2 pieces. You need the undersuit and the helmet together. This is not armor. This is considered armor. So when you're looking for that, they are separate. Some places, maybe they're wearing the full suit and you can just choose to buy, like here, we'd be able to buy this helmet, buy this. But you can also buy through the kiosk if they're working. Now, we're going to go over to this kiosk, which is equipment rentals from the office here. You're going to let us rent some goods. We are going to rent the Grey Cat ROC for 4,299 UEC for 24 hours. We're going to rent this. Confirm. Got it. And then the Drake Cutlass Black, 34,632 for 24 hours. Going to rent that. Confirmed. We now have Cutlass Black and the ROC. So that, what was that again? Let's look at this real quick. 34,000 plus 38,900-ish? 38,921, am I right? 31? Either way. 39,000. 38,000, 39,000. Around 39,000 for renting those 2 things. So if we can make 39,000 profit, then we can cover our expenses, with the exception of the Pembroke suit, which was another like 15 grand. Oh, why do I want to go to refinery? Why do we go to hangars? There we go. That's where I want to go. So we are going to keep our Pembroke suit as long as we don't die, or as long as I don't wake up nude like I just did here with that bit of an error. We just have to cover the costs of what we rented, and then we can rent again and make more profit. So that is the goal, is to make some money doing some rock mining. So we're going to go get now our Cutlass Black, which we have for 23 hours, 58 minutes, and 49 seconds. Claim it, because for some reason when you rent a ship, it goes to your home city, not where you rented it from. I really wish they would kind of fix that, but it's only 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Not so bad. However, if it was something like I rented a Carrack, it might be better to go fly where your home base is and pick it up there than claim it, because of the amount of time that it takes. I think you can rent a Carrack. Regardless, the bigger ships, that's kind of annoying. I really think that something needs to be fixed. So I'll just wait a bit. While I'm waiting, I'm going to talk about a few things. One is, you notice that I said I'm going to put some food into my ship, and then I'm going to fly off, bring it here, and transfer it to the Cutlass. I didn't do that. I was thinking, as I was doing everything else, I didn't really need to, but I'll explain why. It's because I have to go pick up my rock. When I go down to the surface, I'm going to have to pick up the rock. I'll have to claim that also, but the claiming of the rock seems to be getting shorter and shorter and shorter every time. It used to be about 45 seconds, then it moved to like, I think 20-something. Now I think it's even shorter to claim the rock. So while I'm claiming it, I'm going to go loot the area there. I'm going to be guaranteed to find some food there, so I don't have to worry about that. Also, today is Thursday morning, the 11th, and really not much so far today. I know there's supposed to be a... what is it called? Inside Stardust is a sprint report. It's going to be a sprint report today about vehicles, and this is getting ready for the ship showdown, which is coming on Monday, I believe, on the 15th. That's happening. There was a Squadron 42 report, which I do read, but I don't really talk about here because it's just a lot of information of here's what we're doing. We'll see this Monday, eventually, maybe. And then there was something about a beltway that was used to smuggle political politicians, something. I didn't actually read the whole thing. I just really quickly look at it, but it was what was the term? Dissidents? Is that what they said? It looked interesting. I just haven't read it yet, so I'm gonna maybe check that out. That came out on Tuesday, but Ship Showdown is coming up on Monday. I really hope they make it better than it did last year. Overall, I really don't care. Last year was a gong show. It was a big joke. The ship that won shouldn't have won because it wasn't really the best ship, and anyone who really wants to fight me on that, you're wrong. But it won, and I'm fine with it winning, but it was a joke. But even CIG knew it was a joke. If you look at their description of the ship, I think they put like Bodie McBoatface or something. Whatever that meme was, they've kind of added it into the description during the time because they realized it was kind of ridiculous. It was an internet win by people just voting for something ridiculous. You give people the power to vote for something on the internet, they're going to vote for something ridiculous. That is the case, and that's why I don't care. It's just a game, so I really don't mind. But I really wish they would kind of fix it. Maybe the main thing is just don't show the results of the vote until the voting's done. Siege of Orson is on. So if you do want to take part in that, I think I showed this before, hit F1, go to Contracts Manager, go to Priority, and then do that. While I'm at it, I should get Called Arms, just in case. Did it work? How come I went to there? Called Arms, accept. There we go. So, really, they shouldn't show the results of the vote until after the vote is done, because then people will know at the end. It's just like any type of election. There's always people saying, like, exit polls, yeah, this is what's currently happening, this person seems to be the head. But usually it's after the polls are closed, or they're asking people. But 3 minutes, not bad. But that was their biggest problem, I think, is just the way it's run. People were saying, well, it should only be people who have game packages, not just accounts. No. I mean, I'm absolutely certain. I know so many people just made accounts to put in extra votes. On both sides, it wasn't just the one that won. If you looked at the amount of votes going back and forth between them. But I don't think it should just be limited to people that buy the game. It says people that are interested in the game. Especially since it was going on during heading up to a free fly event, which people then may be wanting to get into Star Citizen and maybe get one of those ships. I think it was better. It was better to let everyone vote. So overall, it's fine. Whatever ship wins, I'll be happy with whatever ship wins. Besides, I did see something on Spectrum I thought was kind of funny. People were deciding that they should vote for the PTUV, which is the little golf buggy. Is that what it's called? PTV? Anyways, with the new racetrack in Orson coming out, if you don't really know what that's about, check out Spectrum and you can kind of see, or there was I think last week's Inside Star Citizen talked about it. It looks a little bit arcadey, a little bit Mario Kart in my opinion, but it also looks kind of fun. And with a very, very cheap ship, like the Argo last year, or like they've done recently with the Dragonfly, I could see potentially if they do another referral bonus that it would be the best in show ship, and if that little buggy won, people could get some little buggies in their accounts if they're getting just joining the verse, and I think that would be pretty awesome. So as much as I think that also shouldn't be a best in show ship, it'd be hilarious if it won. I think it'd be funny. Oops, someone's running down there. You doing some mining as well? Got a Pembroke suit on. It's got the Pembroke pack. If you're doing hand mining, like I did in my last video, the Pembroke backpack and undersuit gives you a huge amount of storage. The undersuit I don't think has any storage in it, but the backpack that goes on the Pembroke is pretty massive. So I am going to go to Everest Harbor. From there, not Everest Harbor, going to Hurston. From there, I'm going to go to Aberdeen, and then from Aberdeen, I'm going to go to Anderson. When I'm there, I'm going to either Anderson or Norgard, whatever one tends to be in the light if one is in the dark. I'm going to go to one of these two locations and pick up my rock and store it in the Cutlass. So you don't really need to see me do that. You don't need to see me wait another minute and a half or whatever it is. Oh, or 17 seconds that this ship is going to take. I'm going to leave in the Cutlass, going to go there, pick up the rock, and then we are going to do some mining. Getting it in 5 seconds. And there we go.
Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
I did decide to go to Anderson. It was starting to get a little bit brighter there. Look at this cool undersuit that I found. Awesome. I'm definitely going to take that. I did get a little bit of what's over here? A little bit of food. Probably more food here that I have on me. What else can we grab? Grab the multi-tool. Grab these. I might just leave all this stuff here. Now that I've got it, I might just leave it at Anderson here. I can always use knickknacks to track it down later. Next time I'm looting, if I'm just coming to places to loot, then maybe I'll find it here. But it's always good. That way, if there's some... I don't need flares. If there's someone here and they're looting the boxes, this is currently in local inventory, so it's safe. It's all good for me. There was someone here as I came into land, and so I closed up my ship. Normally I wouldn't bought it. Look at that, 14 seconds. It is a lot quicker. Normally, if you're just going to come, land, pick up a rock, load it in your ship, there's no one around. There's no need to like close up your ship, close up the ramp. But because there was another Cutlass here and someone running around doing some looting, I did close my ship up so that no one would run in. Let's go back up. Great Cat Rock. If you're coming in for a landing, just land anywhere. You can land on the ground. You can land on a landing pad. The only thing you can't do is really block these two little landing pads that are out here where the rock is. Then you might get a parking infraction. But you can't request a landing at these outposts. You just land wherever you want. The request landing is for going on these little pads here with Platinum Base. So we're going to get in the rock here. Enter the driver's seat. Now, I don't like driving the rock first person. It makes me feel horrible. I much more prefer turning everything on with an R, driving it in this direction. Looking around doesn't affect your steering. Unlike a ship, you're not steering with your mouse. You're steering with your D and A keys. You can see this. The wheels turn fairly slow. Oop. Why did I go back into that view? Oh, because I hit F. So you can steer, you can go around. We're going to go over to our ship. Try not to go too fast to the moon because you do kind of bounce around. You can't really steer if your wheels aren't on the ground. We are driving over to our Cutlass. Now I'm going to have to get out and unload, or not unload, but open the ramp. So hold Y tap F4 to get out, or at least go into first-person view again. I'm gonna run over, I'm gonna open up the ramp and get into the ship. Left this running. Totally fine to leave it running while you're doing this. There was at one point where the ship would slide around and move around while you're mining, and then it was worth it to turn the power off. So now we're coming in here. Make sure your mining arm is down. If it's up, like this, you might destroy it on the ship. So hit M again to close it down. M is how you enter your mining mode. Once I've kind of got it lined up, I like to hit F4, and then I can judge my distance. And then I turns your engines off. Hold Y to come out. And we should be pretty well parked that I can get around the back. Yeah, plenty of room. Close those doors. It was 169 degrees Celsius when it was still dark on the surface. This is why you need the Pembroke suit. Now we're going to fly towards the sun. The reason why is because it's always better to mine in the daylight. For two reasons. One is you can see what you're doing. Make sure you don't plow into a rock. You know how high you are. But secondly, if you're using your ship lights to see what you're doing, people can see you. I'm going to tap tab, and you just see we've got these little boxes that's shown up. There's one over there. It's 3,800 meters. That one there is 274. We're going to fly closer. If I get within 2,000 and something doesn't show up, or is it 1,200? Let's see, 1,200. Nothing's showing up. This is a rock mineable. I found one right away. I don't think I'm out of the armistice zone. Maybe I can. Oh, it's not a rock mineable. It's not. It's now shown up as a boulder. If something comes onto your ping from a far distance away, you can see something there is 8,333. That is not a rock mineable. If something didn't show up and then all of a sudden shows up and it's only maybe 2,000 or 3,000 away, that might be a rock mineable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let's go towards this one. Just fly towards them. You have to get really close to see if they are rock mineable. And normally they've been showing up around 2,000. If you don't see it after 2,000, that means it's been a crystal, but that last one was a boulder. And this might be the same, although I don't think so. Let's go down. Let's go down. We are definitely finding crystals. And there's more than one. Now, because there's 3 there, I don't care what they are. But you could hit V and then try to scan it. If you're using a prospector, you'd be able to as well. Mass 8.4. Doesn't tell me what it is. Let's get real close. Dolomine. The hardest and cheapest thing to mine. You know what? We're going to do it anyways. We're going to land so we're not on top of those rocks. We're going to land so that when our ramp opens up, it's not going to be putting our ramp in the air. So let's look here. That looks pretty good. Although the front isn't really... Am I on a tree? Yeah. Let's move to the side a bit. Oh, what's happening? That should still be okay. I hold F. I click down here, open exterior. I hit F4 again. I just want to make sure my ramp is low enough to the ground. Perfect. That means when I get out of my ship with the rock, I'm able to drive back on. Sometimes you might not be paying attention, your ramp might be off the ground. And then, when you go to get back in, sometimes you can't even jump into your ship on foot because your ramp is too high. And that is one of the drawbacks of the Cutlass, is the ramp. Alright, so we are now in external view. I'm going to hit I again to make my ship power up. Try to go a bit slow coming off the ramp because sometimes it's a bit janky and something will pop into the air a bit. But that looks like it's okay. Now back in first person view we can see our targets and hit M. And right away you can see the Dolomine. It is a lot faster. If there's only one Dolomine, I'm not going to bother. But 3, you know, this is going to make some money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the first one here. Right click, changes between mining and extraction mode. Just pointing at it scans it. And then you can see, like hand mining, we've got the whatever this is called, the optimal window here, and we've got the charge on this side. So it's opposite, but left click, we got a charge. It's at 0. Mouse wheel up. We're at 36%, 68%, and we're just going to get up to that optimal window and not go into the overcharge window. Just like hand mining. Instability 3.12, mass 0.84. Doesn't give you a percentage in here. I was reading things and not paying attention. Back up. This might explode. This is going to explode. Oh, maybe not. Whoa, I got super lucky there. I was reading the other side of the screen, not paying attention. That could have been super bad. Alright, I'm going to start bringing this power back up again, because by the time it gets into that optimal zone, overcharge will be going down. So this time, I'm going to mine it without going into the overcharge zone. You could mouse wheel up and down to control it, like I'm doing right here, or you can just turn it off and then back on right away and mouse wheel up to get more power into it. Oh, I did overcharge a bit there, but overall that's not too bad. All these little gems, look at all those gems. If you've done hand mining, you know how much each gem is worth and how much faster you can see why rock mining is worth doing. So we're going to break these next two here. The overcharge window is very tiny on this one. It's right near the top. There we go. Let's control this a bit better. I would love if I could get this to somehow work laser power with a throttle. I wonder if that's possible. That'd be really cool. Alright. Start getting this one. Might as well break all three. If there's like 10 rocks, sometimes it gets kind of glitchy if you break too many at one time. So I maybe will break a few, then extract. But with only 3, I'm going to break them all and then extract them all. It is fortunate that I found rock mineables so close to the start, so that you can see just the process of finding them. You do find hadnite quite a bit on Aberdeen, and that's why I tend to go there. This one is a lot harder to crack. It's really unstable. Almost a 4 instability, 3.99, and it does show. There's a request for medical rescue there. Oh, there you go. So now, right click to extraction mode. Don't do this. Don't do this. Because that will potentially fling all the gems all over the place. Just point and wait. They have improved this, but it's still not 100%. But it is a lot better than it used to be. If you look, show you, we have 2.29 SCU of Dolivine in our cargo. So you can see our cargo is filling up on the right of our HUD. Up to 3.59, 3.7, so we are filling up on Dolivine. If I feel like it, I could pull each piece out singly into my ship or into like a backpack and personal storage, but I'm just going to leave it in the rock right now. We are so close to a point of interest that I could sell at. I could sell at one of the places there. It's not really worth it for me, and that is one of the advantages of the ROC DS, is a larger internal cargo. But that's not an advantage that makes a DS worth mining with. The ROC DS, in my opinion, is not really useful in its current state for anyone to use mining. It's better even just to have 2 rocks. There's one flung way over there. I'll see if I can get that in a second. these first. If the rock minables stacked, or if you could quickly take them out of your personal inventory and transfer stacks of them at one time, that would be amazing. Might as well turn that off while I drive over here. That might have been the one. Oh no, I didn't have one explode. Why is this one way over here? There we go. Hit M to store this, F4 to go into third person. Almost said first person. Just makes it easier, I find, to drive. You can look around with your mouse while you're driving, control with the keys your direction. So that is it. That's Dolivine. People say don't mine Dolivine, but we'll see how many we got at once. You can see how quickly that was. If it was one Dolivine or even one Aphorite, I might say, yeah, not worth mining. But when there's 3 or more, you can make some money. So let's get out of our ship here. Now, when you use the button on the controls to open exterior, it opens all the doors, but it still makes it easier. So back here, and you can run this ship with this panel open. You don't have to keep closing it. We can check out the cargo. Try again. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 89. 89 Dolivine out of those 3 rocks. Not bad at all. So definitely worth it if you see groups of rocks, no matter what kind they are, in my opinion, to go mine them. Some people prefer only going for the Hadanite. It is worth more. If there was 3 rocks of Hadanite or 6 of Dolivine, the 3 rocks of Hadanite is about equal. But, I mean, look at, can't complain about that, especially since I'm trying to make as much money as I can. Alright, what else is close here? 900. Is that the one I just did? That's on a hill, like a steep hill. I don't want to mine on the steep hill. So even if that is mineable rocks. This one is 2,200 meters away. So let's fly closer and see if that is rock mineable, or if it is a boulder. It's not popping up yet, so it might be another one. There's a bunch here. Oh, no, it's a boulder. Alright, hit tab again. 2,000 away there. That might be one. The ones that are 8,000 or 5,600, those are too far away to be the rock mineable, so I'm not really going to worry myself with those. But this one here, let's see when we get closer. If I scroll in and look, it is a rock. Another one just popped up at 2,600. Since I didn't get that to scan before and it suddenly popped up now, makes me more hopeful that that one, although it does look like a boulder when I zoom in on it like that. So we will see. Oh no, it's not coming up yet. It's a boulder. It was. Go this way. We're going to keep scanning, going to keep looking. We're going to try to find some more high value. I'm not going to go crazy though. My main goal is to get a bunch of gems and sell them right away in order to make a little bit of profit and cover my expenses. This is one that was farther away originally, correct? I think so. Yeah. So it's weird. The fact that they are like asteroids and not the rock nodes does seem to be taking longer to show up, but maybe that's because I'm used to flying up in a prospector, which scans things maybe a little better, a little bit quicker. I'm not sure exactly how that works. I'm just going to fly straight-ish here, this direction, and if I see anything pop up ahead of me, like there, that popped up at 3,000 and 2,900, so we'll go check out those. That's what I'm going to do until I find some more things that I can mine. I'll check this one here, see what it is. More rocks. Only 2. Let's see what they are. Eventually. More Dolivine. 93.26%. More Dolivine. Only 2 rocks. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to go continue to look in this direction. Oh, pull up so I don't smash into the surface of the planet. Or moon, I suppose. And we have some Hadanite. 2 Hadanite rocks right here. Wasn't too much longer, maybe a few seconds after I just stopped recording the last part. I should really close that before I land. There we go. The reason why is because you don't want to ram into the ground. I wasn't really paying attention, and I didn't close my ramp when I took off last time. Gotta remember to do that. Been a while since I've done rock mining, so I gotta get back into certain habits. That looks like it'll work. The reason why you don't want to leave your ramp down is because then when you land like I just did here, you would ram into the ground. It's okay if it does this. Now that I am landed, it's when you land with the ramp down that it does come into a little bit of an issue. Now, also, when I get into the rock now, it might bounce a bit when I drive out because that ramp is into the geometry. They are working on having the ramps decide how far they're going to go down based on where you're sitting, as far as how close you are to the ground, but they currently don't. So when I get onto this ramp, we'll see if this changes a bit. There we go. That's what I meant by bouncing. So that's why you have to be a little bit careful coming out. So where are the gems? This way. Mining mode on.
Extraction mode on.
We're in extraction, now we're in mining. And let's mine these. So you see the overcharge window in Hadanite tends to be a lot larger, but the stability, 1.74, means that this is going to be a lot easier to mine. It's not going to go up and down quite as quickly. So I'm at 100% here. I should be able to, and I say should, we'll see if I can, just use mouse wheel now for most of the control. Once I'm in the zone here, able just to mouse wheel up and down, not having to turn it on and off quite as many times. Much better, much better. Move on to the next one. I can start mining while it's scanning, but it's already scanned to the point where I can see my optimal window. High there, so I just turned it off. Go into extraction mode. Now they're all sliding down this hill here. I'll let them stop moving before I extract them. So now you can see I have 0.3 SU of Hadanite just from those. So I'm going to suck all these up and then load back into the ship. And we'll see total how many we got. Gathered up all the Hadanite. If we look at our HUD here, 0.6 SCU for 2 Hadanite, 0.88 or 8.89 for Dolomite, I should say, 6.0 for Hadanite. So about equal amounts per rock. We're gonna close this here. Now, sometimes, if you are doing a lot of rock mining, hours and hours of rock mining, you may suddenly have an issue where your rock no longer functions and you can't turn it on. And unfortunately, you can't fix it in the field yet. Eventually, I could see the field repairs or swapping out components are going to be a thing. But if that happens, you're going to have to actually reclaim your rock, or if you can get it onto a pad before it fully breaks, you can then do some repairs. Now I'll show you how to check the status of that. Going into here, we have this menu here with our power. We have this one here with, I'm not sure which one this is, but we want to go to heat, I believe it is. Oh yeah, that was what it was, heat, items. And looking here, we can see we have this heart, which is health, and we have this symbol here, which is basically its life. So this is more its health, this is its wear. And right now, our cooler, because we are on a very hot planet, and we're running the laser, is at 4. If it gets to 100, then this will stop working. The rock mining arm hasn't had any more on it, the drivetrain, but really it's this cooler. If this cooler goes down, or up I should say, to 100, your rock will stop functioning. So you can keep an eye on that and see how well you're doing. If it starts to be to the point where it's about to die, you can then just get it repaired, or because it's a 14-second claim, just make sure that you've sold everything from it and unload it and then claim it. So I'm going to actually just go in here and go into here. Now I'm going to show you one last thing, and that is that we don't always have to go and pick up a rock. You can see I had to go to the point of interest in the Platinum Bay. Things closed, good. Platinum Bay, and claim my rock and then load it into the ship. But if I now store my ship, when I pull my ship back out, it will still have the rock inside it. So we're going to do that, and we're also going to do some selling. Now you can sell at the areas, like I was at HDMS Anderson. You can sell there. There are kiosks where you can choose the location and sell. And we're very close to one. We haven't flown that far. I'm not sure how far we are from Anderson, but it's got to be close. Let's just do it this way. This way we'll find out quicker. Go to Aberdeen. Anderson. Set route. Where is it? There it is. We are 16.7 kilometers away. Not far at all. But instead of going there, I'm going to go to Everest Harbor, and we're going to... That's not what I want. We're going to store a ship there. That's not it. That's it. Set route. Perfect. And we are already high enough to jump away. That's one thing also I'll point out, is at least this time it tells me my altitude. It's 4,499 at the moment. 4,000 is all you need to get out into space, I believe, on this moon. The altitude has been broken on a lot of moons. I don't know if this one is fixed or if I just got lucky and it's currently working there. But that's why I like mining in the daylight, is that you don't have to worry too much about this way, about you're hitting the surface, because you can actually see them. But the altitude, when it works, makes it a lot handier also, so you're not too high while you're scanning. We're going to fly to Everest Harbor, we're going to land at Everest Harbor, and I'll show you where at Everest Harbor you can sell these goods. We're landed in Everest Harbor. We're going to quickly go in. We're going to store the ship, and then we're going to sell our goods. And this is a pretty smart thing to do. If you are like me and you are very close to being destitute, you don't have a lot of money, and you put your money into getting this mining equipment, once you got a little bit of money, once you got a little bit of gems, I should say, go sell them. Sell them and make sure you cover your expenses. That way, if something happens, you're not losing money, you're just losing time. But it's good to try to make sure that you're not going to be in the hole. So don't be greedy. I mean, you can always head back out. Ooh, that was potentially an issue.
Welcome.
We're going to go store this cutlass. Store. There we go. And now we're going to go and sell these goods. Once they're sold, we'll see how much money I made from 3 Dolivine and from 2 Aphrite rocks. Where is... There they are. Then we'll see how close we are to covering our expenses. I think I'm going to make this 2 parts in this video. Part 1 will be this, just kind of getting started, getting your gear set up, and how to go mining. The next video, maybe I'll just put out how much money I can make in an hour or 2 hours mining. Another rescue beacon. I'm sure that was someone from Siege of Warson, because it was about 32 million kilometers away. So we're going to come through here, trading and shipping in admin. We're going to go sell, location. Now, Grey Cat Rock, is able to be accessed from inside your ship. We have 89 Dolovine and 60 Hadnite. 89 Dolovine is 11,536. So 11,000 for doing that Dolovine. Pretty quick, easy money. Got it. Hadonite. Less Hadonite. I'm guessing more money. 16,500. So we wanted to get 39 in order to cover our expenses, plus maybe another 15 for the Pembroke suit. I'm not quite there yet, but that was quick and easy money, and you can see how spending a little more time doing that mining, you could quite easily cover your expenses and then start making profit, and that is my plan. So in the next video, you're going to see me starting here, starting at Everest Harbor, at the hangar. I'll have pulled my ship out, and you'll see that the ROC is still inside, and we can get right back to mining right away. Now my food is down to 85%, so maybe what I'll do before we head into the ship is just grab a little food on my backpack and put it in my face hole. Nom nom nom. Perfect. So until next time. Ooh. Let's put my helmet back on. I hope to see you soon in the verse. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.